Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the News First. A look at the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the G7 Outreach Summit at Apulia, Italy today. Special Indian Air Force aircraft carrying the mortal remains of Indians died in Kuwait fire reached Kochi, Kerala. Central government is committed to protect the interest of NEET examinees, said Education Minister. Appointment of Vice Chancellor of Captain Williamson Sangma State University under process, informs Education Minister. And ICFA University awards 608 students during its 5th convocation. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the G7 Outreach Summit at Apulia, Italy today. Modi reached Apulia last night on a two-day visit to Italy at the invitation of its Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. India has been invited as an outreach country. On the sidelines of the summit, the Prime Minister is also expected to hold a series of bilateral meetings and discussions with world leaders. This is the Prime Minister Modi's first overseas visit after assuming office for the third consecutive term. The Special Indian Air Force aircraft carrying the mortal remains of 45 Indian nationals who lost their lives in the devastating fire in Kuwait landed at Cochin International Airport in Kerala this morning. The remains of 45 Indian nationals were flown back home from Kuwait. A tragic fire incident took place at a labour housing facility in the Mangaf area of Kuwait on Wednesday. The government sent Minister of State for External Affairs Kirti Vardhan Singh to Kuwait yesterday to coordinate with the Kuwaiti government for the early repatriation of the mortal remains of the deceased, as well as to ensure the well-being of those injured. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that the central government is committed to protect the interest of NEET examinees. He assured the students that all their concerns will be addressed with fairness and equity and no student will be at a disadvantage. In a social media post today, Pradhan said facts related to NEET examination are in cognizance of the Supreme Court. He said the central government will take all necessary actions for the well-being of the students as per the direction of the Supreme Court. He said counselling process of NEET will be underway soon and it is of utmost importance to move ahead in this direction without any confusion. Pradhan comments came in the wake of students demanding probe into the NEET examination row. Education Minister Rakam Sangma today said that the process for appointing the Vice Chancellor in the Captain Williamson Sangma State University is on. A committee of the Education Department yesterday visited the site in Tura and also held a consultative meeting with the stakeholders. Speaking to the media, Rakam Sangma said that suggestions were taken in different aspects of the education sector, even as he added that they are working to make the university functional at the earliest. He also said that the efforts are on to make the State Engineering College functional at the earliest.
We'll consider all the board of management or the board of all the use process will follow, and I think as the Vice Chancellor is appointed, the rest faculty members will be appointed at the earliest. But we are waiting for the due process to complete for the appointment of the Vice Chancellor. We are on the process, and we thought of visiting this campus last week, but it couldn't happen. We'll be visit the campus next week, and we'll see around what things to be done. And the process, the application process, because there's some development, so these things will follow. I can't say any timeline, but at the earliest possible, when the due process is completed, we will certainly will start. When the process is completed, we certainly, because now the Patakama and Longzing, we have already, the class will commence from this. It's being commenced. The admission is going on. The Patakama and Longzing.
The ICFA University today held its 5th convocation in which 608 degrees were conferred on the postgraduate and the undergraduates. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said that Meghalaya government is going to invest over 5,000 crore in the tourism sector and more than 1,500 crores in the IT sector. The Chief Minister pointed out that it is the youths who have to take these opportunities and take the state to new heights of development. Meritorious students were also given their awards and certificates in the occasion in the presence of parents and other students.
Only in tourism sector alone, Meghalaya will be spending 5,000 crores. And we expect to create almost close to 50,000 jobs in the private sector through the investments that we make in the different tourism sector. How are you going to take advantage of that and be part of this entire economic plan that we have? We'll be investing almost more than 1,500 crores just in the IT sector. I'm talking about just the basic investment. I'm not talking about the larger investments which we expect.
Along with the rest of the world, Shillong observed the World Blood Donor Day at the conference hall of MIIT Dhankheti, in which Health Minister Dr. Maisel Ampreen Lyngdoh attended the program as the chief guest. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Ampreen Lyngdoh emphasized the need for regular voluntary blood donation by people so that no one would have to suffer due to lack of blood in the blood bank. She further emphasized that if a patient requires blood, the siblings of the patient should first come forward to donate blood. On the occasion, several educational institutions, NGOs and individual volunteer blood donors were felicitated and 2 vehicles to transport blood were also inaugurated.
I find this very big gap for critical patients at the time when they need blood donation. There is a taboo that continues to persist, and we must find what is the mantra that will open out and kill this taboo and make sure that the people of the state of Meghalaya are natural blood donors without hesitation. That as and when patients become critically ill and are requiring blood donation, the safest donor will be his or her own sibling or parent if they are still strong to donate.
The Maternal and Child Health Hospital MCH in Jawai, along with Meghalaya AIDS Control Society in Shillong, inaugurated the Integrated Counselling Testing Centre ICTC at MCH Hospital in Panaliar. This initiative aims to provide better services to mothers in the fight against HIV. The ICTC will also support MCH Hospital in Jawai, particularly in caring for pregnant women. Testing will begin from the first month of pregnancy until delivery, allowing for early treatment if HIV is detected to prevent transmission to the newborn.
Marketing tests, but there's HIV. The marketing hospital, Kadek Hospital, Kaba, Sumar, Yaki, Pay, Kiba, Ahmed, Banjo, Banwan Kapur. The number of the test, Yakani, you can pay Kiba Ahmed, Galongi or Galong, mandatory, the Galongi David and test. Or a quite not Raiki, Kimi, Long Kimi, Kiba Ahmed, Tip of it, and test again. Other than Pakistan, don't you look at Japan, you tip Yassi. Ketua Ahmed labangan ini Jepang kita labno keluar pada dia tes no keluar pada dia ansubang keluar.
Bethany Hospital Outreach Nongpo marked World Blood Donor Day today with a special event held in the hospital premises. This year's theme, celebrating 20 years of giving, thank you blood donors, highlights the significant contribution of blood donors and the advancement in the healthcare system over the past 2 decades. The event saw the participation from doctors, nurses, staff and patients all coming together for an awareness program. To mark the World Blood Donors Day, the Jawai Civil Hospital Blood Centre, Panaliar, held a special event at the conference hall of the centre today. As a gesture of gratitude, the centre presented mementos to its regular blood donors, recognizing their selfless dedication to saving life through blood donation.
Bon lagi yimtin English Hospital hampor lagi naksha asmapang kilaong lada paisnam yimtin beri kesnam jengu regal ais ini. Te yang play bar hal itu kibaro kibala ai kesnam jengi kibala let cha di hospital superior but kajile ibarit jumpi ke ai yang kajim ya kiwe kibang bistom kibadam kerja kelanot kamtam ya hidup isok kiba mdel kala kelenti penginyo kasna te lemba jumpi ngakarpan ke barokhat kibadam bumi ban nang tray susu rata kawang pet jogi belang salang juni na benda kakot kakia kapapong santam ban juru ban dan ketuk mensim ban omba yilengkam ya kata gajirap ibe
A road traffic accident occurred today morning at 1 a.m. on the National Highway 06, Guwahati to Shillong Lane, in which a vehicle bearing a registration number ML05N0174, driven by George Kharkungor from Nongra, Shillong, travelling from Shillong to Guwahati with 3 occupants, collided with the centre divider of the Nahai, overturned and ended up in the middle of the road. The accident was caused by overspeeding and rash driving by the driver. In the accident, 2 died, while the others sustained injuries, and they were taken to the civil hospital Nongpo. The involved vehicle has been brought to the police branch for further investigation. The Office of the District Agricultural Officer, DAO, Eastern West Khasi Hills District today concluded the exhibition competition on agricultural and horticultural crops at the office of the premises of DAO Mairang. Mairang MLA Medba Lingdo attended the program as a chief guest, along with other officials and local farmers. The exhibition witnessed the participation of farmers from the district to showcase their agricultural products. The Office of the District Agricultural Officer distributed prizes to the winners, which included a certificate and a cash prize. To mark the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, the Social Welfare Department, Southwest Garo Hills, Ampati, today organized an awareness program under the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan initiative at the Multi-Facility Centre, Ampati, under the theme, "The Evidence is Clear, Invest in Prevention." The day-long program included a variety of activities, with a highlight being a student rally through Ampati advocating against drug use and illicit trafficking. The rally emphasized the community's commitment to a drug-free environment and fostered a community-wide spirit of prevention and awareness among the youth. And now here is the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 23.2 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 17.2 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 93%, while in the evening it stood at 92%. The rainfall recorded was 8.1 millimeters. The forecast: moderate rain and thundershower is likely to occur at most places. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address a G7 outreach summit at Apulia, Italy today. Special Indian Air Force aircraft carrying the mortal remains of Indians died in Kuwait fire reached Kochi, Kerala. Central government is committed to protect the interest of NEET examinees, said Education Minister. Appointment of Vice-Chancellor of Captain Williamson Sangma State University under process, informs Education Minister. And ICFA University awards 608 students during its 5th convocation. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us, and from all of us here, it's wishing you good night.